Welcome or welcome back to We Rock and Math with Miss Catherine, where math videos are made easy and faster for you. Today, we're going to do some rapid practice problems involving dividing whole numbers by fractions. If you haven't checked out the instructional video on dividing whole numbers by fractions, you should do so. Just click the link in the upper right corner. You should review this video so you know how to solve these problems. That instructional video will give you a good idea of the concept, whereas in this video, you'll get to practice the skills you need. We have 4 problems here, and in the minute when I say begin, you can pause the video, take out a piece of paper and a pencil, work out these problems yourself, and we'll come back to check our work together. Your goal is to get 3 out of the 4 problems correct. You may begin now. All right, let's get into these 4 problems. We have our steps listed here in case you need them. The first problem, we have 12 divided by 4/5. We're going to put denominator of 1 over the 12 and see if you need to simplify. We can't simplify this fraction, so we're going to switch the sign and flip this fraction. So let's rewrite this. 12 over 1. Switch the sign from division to multiplication and flip the fraction. Instead of 4/5, it'll be 5/4. Now we multiply numerators across. 12 times 5 is 60. 1 times 4 is 4. And now we just have a division problem. 60 divided by 4. 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Put the subtraction sign and subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down the 0. 20 divided by 4, or 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. So our final answer is 15. Moving on to number 2, we have 17 divided by 15 over 25. First, put denominator of 1 over this whole number. Then see if you can simplify this fraction. We can. Let's rewrite this. 17 over 1. And make sure this sign is still kept the same, still kept as division for now. 15 over 25. You want to find the greatest common factor between these two numbers, which is going to be the number 5. So you divide top and bottom by 5. $17 over 1 divided by 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Now we're going to switch the sign and flip the fraction. Let's write it here. (17/1) times, so we switch the sign, now we flip the fraction, 5/3, which equals 17 times 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Carry the 3. 1 times 5 is 5, plus the 3 is 8. So we have 85 as the numerator. Multiply denominators. 1 times 3 is 3. Now it's an improper fraction, so we have to change it into a mixed number. To do that, you're going to divide 85 by 3 in a long division problem. Let's do it over here. 85 divided by 3. 3 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down the 5. Three goes into 25 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract. 25 minus 24 is 1. So our mixed number is going to be 28 and 1/3. And that is our final answer. Moving on to number 3. We have 10 divided by 8/40. So first put a denominator of 1 over this whole number. Then see if you can simplify this fraction. We can. So let's rewrite this. 10/1 divided by 8/40. Find the greatest common factor between these two numbers, which is going to be 8. (10/1) divided by 8 divided by 8 is 1. 40 divided by 8 is 5. And now we're going to switch the sign. So we have 10/1 times, and we're going to flip the fraction, 5/1. And we just multiply the numerators. 10 times 5 is 50. 1 times 1 is 1. So if you see that you have a denominator of 1, our answer is really just the numerator here. So this is equal to 50, which is our final answer. Looking at the very last problem, we have 20 divided by 2/6. First, we're going to put a denominator of 1. Then see if this fraction can be simplified. It can. Rewrite it. 20 over 1 divided by 2 over 6. We're going to divide top and bottom by 2, which is the greatest common factor. (20 over 1 divided by 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Which becomes 20 over 1 times 3 over 1. You see we have denominator of 1 again, so really it's just the numerators here that are being multiplied. 20 times 3 is 60. So our final answer is 60. So hopefully you were able to get 3 out of the 4 problems correct. If you didn't, you should review the instructional video on dividing whole numbers by fractions. Then you should come back and redo these problems and see if you can get 3 out of 4 then. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you thought this video gave you good practice on dividing whole numbers by fractions. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until then, keep rocking at math, and I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone.